Good morning. Welcome to your Wednesday 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Currently across the region, we do have high pressure in control. However, that high pressure system will continue to erode today as a warm front will be approaching the region from the south and move through our area later this afternoon and evening, and then be followed by a fairly strong cold front moving through tomorrow evening, which will provide us with a good amount of heavy rainfall, potential for some isolated thunderstorms, some gusty winds, and then pretty much give way some cooler conditions, although we'll have looks like very good conditions for our projected NG12 launch heading into Saturday. Look at our upper level winds from this morning at 12Z. We had a northerly component to our 1,000-foot winds at 11 knots, and then winds dropping off a bit at the 3,000 foot level and then picking back up into the teens above that, shifting more to a west southwesterly direction and keeping with a west southwesterly component as we go up through the atmosphere. Our wind max right now at the 20,000 foot level at 26 knots out of the southwest. The freezing level this morning was at 13,600 feet. Looking at the satellite imagery from this morning, do have a good amount of cloudiness streaming across the area ahead of the frontal system that'll be the two frontal systems that will be moving through today and tomorrow. Expecting to see that cloud cover remain throughout the day today and thicken as well as we go throughout the day ahead of the warm front. As that warm front approaches and moves through the area later this afternoon and evening, we do have about a 15% chance that we do see some isolated showers move through the area. And as I talked about earlier in the daily ops briefing, the low levels are fairly dry, so it's going to take a bit to saturate those low levels. So we may not even see any of that rainfall activity actually reach the ground as we go throughout the afternoon and into at least the early portions of this evening. This is the NAM forecast model, the 12Z run from this morning. If we just skip ahead to, this is valid at 5 p.m. this evening, showing the shower activity remaining to our west. That's likely going to be where the sweet spot is, at least for seeing any sort of shower activity today. Although we could see some isolated showers over the eastern shore, but it'll take some time for that rainfall to potentially reach the ground, and we'll have that warm front actually move through the area this evening, and then we'll see a better chance for some shower activity as we head into the overnight hours, as we'll have more moisture streaming across the area, and it looks like we'll have a good amount of drizzle and some possibly some light scattered showers as we go throughout the overnight hours tonight and into tomorrow morning. If we want to look ahead a little bit more, here we're looking at the European model, looking at Thursday night into Friday. So you have a strong frontal system just off to our west that will eventually be moving through just after about 2 a.m. Thursday night, or 2 a.m. Friday morning, and it looks like we'll have a good chance that we'll see some potentially heavy rainfall throughout the area. The best dynamics are going to be centered west of the Chesapeake Bay and the central portions of Virginia, as they do have a slight risk for some severe weather in that area Thursday night into Friday. But here in the eastern shore, it looks like we'll just see a slight chance that we'll see some isolated thunderstorms as this front does move through the area. Accompanying this front, along with the heavy rainfall, will be some fairly strong and gusty winds. We could see wind gusts ranging between 45 and 50 miles per hour Friday morning. And then after this frontal system moves through and pushes off shore early Friday morning, rainfall will quickly dissipate as well as the cloud cover. We'll still see some fairly gusty winds throughout the morning time frame, around 30 miles per hour, but then those winds will begin to diminish as we go throughout the day on Friday under sunny skies, and this will give way to a strong high pressure system that will be building into the area, which will provide us with some pleasant and tranquil conditions for the projected NG12 launch. This is about the time frame that we're expecting launch time, about 8 a.m. Saturday morning. So as you look at the next 24 hours, earlier I did have about a 20% chance of rainfall after 5 p.m. I've dropped that down to a 15% chance, as really don't think those low levels are going to be able to saturate enough for that rainfall to reach the ground. So we do have about a 15% chance that we do see some isolated showers move through the area after 5 p.m. and then we'll see better chances after 1 a.m. Tomorrow morning, and that'll be mainly some areas of drizzle and just some light scattered showers moving through the area. Pretty much throughout the day today, we're going to be expecting mostly cloudy to overcast skies. We'll have high temperatures reaching to about 69 degrees with light onshore flow. And then as we head past the 2 a.m. hour tomorrow morning, we'll start to see our winds pick up out of the south at about 6 to 11 knots, and then by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, southerly at about 8 to 13 knots. Our tides this morning are currently half to 1 foot above normal. And as we look at the next 7 days, with that frontal system approaching the region tomorrow, we'll see some scattered showers develop ahead of that front. We'll get up to a high of 74 degrees, but we do have 40% chance that we do see some scattered showers throughout the day. And then Thursday night into Friday morning is going to be the heavy hitter, where we do see a good amount of rainfall move through the region. 90% chance of rainfall with periods of heavy rain, slight chance of an isolated thunderstorm, and again, could see some fairly gusty conditions with the front moving through, as we'll see wind gusts between 45 and 50 miles per hour heading into early Friday morning. Once that front moves offshore, clouds and rain will quickly dissipate, and we'll be in store for a sunny but chilly day for our day on Friday. We'll only get up to a high of 57 degrees. Normally for this time of year, we're in the lower to mid 60s. And then for the weekend, it's shaping up to be a fairly nice weekend. Temperatures in the mid to upper 50s with high pressure in control. And we'll have mostly sunny conditions for both Saturday and Sunday. Monday, we'll have an area of low pressure that's going to be well off to our southeast. That could affect some more cloud cover over the region for our day on Monday, but it's still expecting to remain dry under partly cloudy skies with a high temperature of 59 degrees. And then on Tuesday, that low pressure system will begin to push offshore, but it looks like we might have the potential for a warm front to move through the area, and that could produce some areas of scattered shower activity for us on Tuesday. Right now, carrying about a 20% chance, as the models are all over the place with this system, but it does bear watching, as this could be another potential launch day for NG-12 if it does slip that far. But we'll get up to a high temperature of 65 degrees for a day on Tuesday, so we'll see temperatures return to more normal conditions for this time of year. Well, that'll conclude the daily weather briefing for Wednesday, October 30th, and we'll be back tomorrow morning for your daily operations weather briefing at 8:15. Have a great day.